paid program. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of CBS Radio, its sponsors, or affiliates.
Welcome to the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Business Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. I'm your host, Harvey Freed. We have our whole panel this morning. Harry Glantz to my right, Alex Nafusi to my left. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Gentlemen, what's happening today?
It's happening.
It's all good. Beautiful outside today.
Oh, it's going to be awesome out there. 65 and sunny. If it's a great day to buy a house, Dan Dubinsky will tell you. He's on the other side of the table. Good morning, Dan. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks for having me.
As usual, Dan Dubinsky brought in his facts and figures about monthly inventory and what's going on, how many listings we have, how many solds are projected for 2017. Dan's got it all.
That's what I do.
I know.
Good, tons of stuff. We'll also talk about mortgage rates. How about those? They're actually holding pretty strong right now. Little bump yesterday because of the fact that the jobs report was strong. However, the bond market held pretty strong also. And is the December Fed hike definitely priced into the market? Maybe, maybe not. We will soon find out.
It's not priced in.
I would encourage anybody that's doing a purchase or refinance transaction right now to contact your lender and make sure you're locked before Tuesday. Because whatever happens Tuesday, there's going to be something here. Rates aren't going to go down. I can tell you that. They may stay steady, but
they're not going to zero.
They're not going down.
Yeah,
make sure you're covered before those two dingbats we have to vote for one or the other.
Well, there are a lot of things happening. First of all, there's a perception there the economy is getting better. There's a strong report, a strong jobs report that came out. Rates didn't react one way or another. You know, everything's holding till after the election. You don't know how soon after the election something's going to happen. Going into 2017, rates are going to go up. We all know this because rates are not going to go down. So again, I've heard this on the radio. So what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? What? So you're at 3 3/4 right now. You think rates are going to go down to 3.5, 3 and 3 and 3 on a 30?
In the grand scheme of things, they're way down. I mean,
I know we say it all the time, but you wouldn't believe how many people are out there sitting on the fence waiting for something to happen. You know what happens when you sit on the fence?
Prices go up.
Your backside hurts. That's what happens. Your backside hurts if you sit on that fence too long.
That's true. And remember, prices go up while you wait.
What, you guys just figured that out? You laughing at my stupid joke?
We're going to take your
It took a while.
I appreciate that, God.
We're going
It's a generational gap.
It is. We're going to take your phone calls here. 248-539-9797. Okay, you guys said it. Rates are at all-time lows. There's no doubt about that. The lowest they ever were potentially was in July. So they're really, really close to being the lowest they've ever been ever. Ever.
When you say ever, it's
ever.
It's like saying some guy hits 73 home runs in a year, and now you got a guy that's hitting 70. Okay, so what are you talking about?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Rates are low. Right? Rates are low, and the Cubs won the World Series. I mean, when is that going to happen again? Well, with the Cubs, it might happen next year, but...
And it comes to quality of life, too, is what are you waiting for? You only live so long, right? Pull the trigger and go out and find that house.
Save the money now. Go from a 30 to a 15 or 30 to a 20. Go save yourself some money. You're going to be in a house for a long time, Alex Nafusi. Go to a 15-year fixed.
I just think that you have to you keep your life in check. You have to live within your means. The United States of America leads the world in consumer debt, and that's not a good thing. Everyone's like pretending to have more than they have to impress people they don't like in the first place.
Well, I did see something.
Not everyone, but a lot of people.
I read last week that millennials are not having the same kind of debt, the credit card debt, the installment debt, that us baby boomers had, which is smart. But as we talked about, you know what they have?
Student loan debt.
They've got student loan debt.
They're a smart generation.
A lot of them are living at home, too.
Well, right. I mean, it's the student loan debt. It can be an issue. And, but the revolving credit card debt and the installment loan debt and all the things that the baby boomers borrowed on credit, the millennials are not doing the same thing, which is fine. And guess what? The houses aren't as big either. Yeah. All right. So, as baby boomers, we had to have 3, 4, 5, 6,000 square foot McMansions, and the millennials 2,000, 2,500 square foot houses with everything.
That's a good point, man. The 6,000 square foot houses, on whatever 3/4 of an acre. When I'm almost 38, dude, my friends don't want that. My buddies aren't looking at houses like that.
Right.
They want the ones that are easy to maintain. It's just easy. They don't want the overhead.
Yeah. You don't need it. You want to travel on experiences, they call it. You want to check out some experiences. Hey, we're talking all about...
to Michigan State play at MSG.
Well, I do believe there's a happy medium. I don't want to live in a 256 square foot apartment. Okay, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But do I need a 6,000 square foot house? So go in the middle. What's the middle?
Well, you see those are going up in Detroit now.
Oh, I wonder why I mentioned that.
6,000 square foot houses or
No, 256 square foot apartments.
Yeah. But I'll tell
Why?
you what, because if you're young, it's about location, and you're really not in your apartment all that often. So I can understand it.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. When I was younger, I was very seldom home.
Okay.
That makes sense. 248-539-9797. We're going to take your calls. Hey, look, we're giving you the platform to save some money here. Definitely, we're talking about taking advantage of these low interest rates. That's always our theme on the show. If you have two mortgages, a lot of the families out there are looking to consolidate those two. Again, you might have got two together to avoid mortgage insurance in the past. There's so many opportunities out there to take advantage of these low interest rates. And you definitely want to give us a phone call at Capital Mortgage all day long. You have people in the office. Again, whether you need that approval letter or you want to take a look at a 15-year or really just drop in the term of your mortgage, be sure to call us at 248-569-7283. That's 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Again, tons to share with you this morning. We're going to dive into purchases. We've got statistics for the year. Everything looks like it's going in the right direction. Did you guys know that nationally, this sort of wowed me actually, nationally, the average sales price of a home was $234,200. That's a decent amount of money. I mean, that has really gone up over the last 5 or 6 years. There's no doubt about that. In the Midwest, it was $191,000.
Well, if you take a look at the Tri-County, Metropolitan Detroit area, Wayne, Macomb County, the average sales price is up. The average loan amount is up. Macomb County's been a real shining star in our community. Macomb County prices have gone up, but more importantly, the sales of Macomb County have gone up as they have in the other two counties. But what we're seeing is a lot of new construction now, and if you drive around the neighborhood, you'll see a lot of new construction, but as Alex likes to say, the infill building, people doing a lot of rehabbing to their existing homes, which indicates to me one thing. People are sticking around and enjoying the quality of life in their neighborhoods. So you drive by a Lowe's, you drive by a Home Depot, you see they're very, very busy, and try to get a contractor out. It's pretty busy out there. So people are enjoying their properties. They're fixing them up. They're making them better, and that's helping properties rise too. But listen, a rising tide lifts all boats. The real estate market has been strong in the last 5 years. Home sales have been strong. And Dan, you've got the months of inventory right now in front of us. Why don't you go over that for us?
Yeah, well, this is typical of this time of year, so I don't think you see anything different than usual. Is the months of inventory go down, right? And we find that happens every time after school starts. But there are also less buyers out there. But you can also look at the ratio between what a price is offered at and what a person buys it at, and there's a bigger gap now. The reason is you're not getting multiple offers. You can now negotiate. There's no reason to come in at asking anymore, right? If there's no other offers on the table, you never do that.
That was like 3 months ago. It was like, that changed in 90 days.
School really makes a big difference in some areas. If we were to pinpoint certain areas that aren't so reliant on it, it'd be a different story. But in general, this is Oakland County.
Yeah.
So everything looks normal to me. And if I think what's going to happen is next year we're going to see springtime, same thing. Months of inventory will go down or they'll go up a little bit, but you'll see more buyers out.
Yeah, but it's Michigan. Nobody wants to move in January.
Well, that's right. So typically things happen in the wintertime. We know in Michigan it gets cold. We know people are less interested in buying houses. We know property values stay stable. Sometimes they go down.
Yeah.
But here we are. We're sitting here on November 5th. It's beautiful outside. A week here, a week there, does that really make a difference? I can tell you this week, it was slower than last week. Right. For sure. The end of October, it was a bang-up month. October was our best month of the year, okay? And for home purchases and refinance transactions, rates were low. Best month of the year, very, very strong. November looks very good, too. Don't get me wrong. But you have to see in Michigan in November, purchases start to decline. So if we project it out, you've got November, December, January, and February, and you build that bridge to March 1st.
Okay, wait, hold on. Right. Here's what happens. And to borrow your line, what happens after Thanksgiving?
People go to sleep.
Just shut down.
Well, here's what it really indicates is when snow starts. As soon as we see snow on the ground, then you see less people coming out.
But human beings, the human nature and human behavior dictate that around the holidays, all the way through Christmas, people start mentally checking out.
This is true.
Which in reality, it shouldn't happen, but it does. Let's face it. In reality, it does.
Right.
And they go to sleep.
And for the sellers out there, that means every showing you have is a quality showing, right? Because people aren't kicking tires.
But people have to be realistic, too. They have to understand that their house is up for sale right now and they have to move. That's not a good position to be in because the market is slower.
Right, exactly. And buyers know that. If you're a good agent, he's going to tell you that.
So reasonable expectations will tell you that if you're looking to sell a house now, you have to be very, very patient.
Correct. And your house has to shine.
Right. Well, that's the only reason
it always should shine.
Sell.
Yes.
Right.
All right, 248-539-9797. We always take your calls here. More than 80% of real estate professionals say that their clients trust them, that their knowledge of the area, and that they really come to them and they feel that connection there. But we're still finding out that 35%, the statistics are telling us 35% of families that are buying are not getting the knowledge they need. They're still a little bit in the dark about the process. That's why we want to reach out to you. Be sure to call Capital Mortgage Funding. Learn all about how the mortgage process falls in place with your home purchase. That's right. You got to have a true, real approval letter to make an offer. When we come back, we're going to fill in all those gaps. 248-539-9797.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip. It's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Hi, Harry Glantz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, so what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. Look, if you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
So far this year, we've sold more homes in Southeast Michigan than any other agent. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Glover. I share this with you not to impress you, but to impress upon you the fact that the more homes we sell, the more marketing dollars available for promoting your home to potential buyers. But don't just take it from me.
I'm Chuck Howard, and my wife and I use Jeff to sell a home in Royal Oak and buy one in Rochester Hills. Jeff takes the home selling and buying process to the next level. He knows the industry inside and out. Jeff is very professional and real easy to work with. He and his whole team are exceptional.
Homeowners who sell their homes with Jeff get an average of 98% of their asking price and sell their homes in an average of 23 days. When you hire Jeff and his team, Jeff will personally be involved, whether it's coming out to evaluate your home or marketing your home behind the scenes. Visit Jeff and his team at their newest location in Birmingham, or call Jeff at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at 855jeffsells.com. Realtor Jeff Glover, a household name. Jeff Glover is affiliated with Keller Williams Realty.
He wants the most important job in the world. But just imagine if he gets it. Donald Trump insults immigrants.
They're bringing crime, they're rapists.
And mocks the disabled.
I don't remember!
He disrespects our troops.
Our military is a disaster.
Says he'll ignore our generals.
I know more about ISIS than the generals do, believe me.
And he's the last person you want with access to the nuclear codes.
I would bomb the out of him.
And his views on women?
I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers.
She ate like a pig. When I come home and dinner's not ready, I'll go through the roof. So you treat women with respect? I can't say that either.
This is who Donald Trump is, but it's not who we are. On Tuesday, November 8th, vote Hillary.
I'm Hillary Clinton, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Hillary for America.
Picture this. It's Monday afternoon and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee $7.99 plus tax, of course. Now, picture this. It's Friday and you're at Domino's buying a large 3-topping pizza. You give the Domino's employee more than you paid Monday. You feel bamboozled. But then you hear this.
Domino's is now extending its $7.99 large 3-topping carryout deal to all day, every day.
And so you danced and ate Domino's. Carryout only. Must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary.
Right now is a great time to team up with 97 The Ticket's Student Heart Check program. Your donation could turn into thousands of extra dollars by helping Children's Miracle Network and Student Heart Check win the Give Detroit Challenge. Go to cbsdetroit.com/Student Heart Check and click the Give Detroit Challenge link. This week, every charity that raises at least $500 will be entered to win $1,500. Winning the Give Detroit Challenge could mean a $20,000 donation to Children's Miracle Network and Student Heart Check.
Welcome to Staples. Staples guy, I need to get a grip on my company's spending.
Staples has low prices every day.
So I won't overspend?
Nope. With our price match guarantee, you can always get the lowest price on everything for your office.
Everything?
Everything.
The lowest prices on ink, paper, coffee, ink, folders, notepads, ink, sticky notes, ink, trash pads, ink, binders, and ink?
Need some ink?
A little bit, yeah.
Trust Staples for low prices every day. Staples. Make more happen.
Price match good at checkout for items from retailers operating online in retail stores or products sold and shipped by Amazon. See store or staples.com for details.
details. Hurry in today for JCPenney's Lucky Day Sale. Get up to 40% off all major appliances, including Samsung's stainless steel kitchen 4-piece suite for just $17.76. Plus, don't miss out on 36-month special financing with minimum monthly payments on purchases over $14.99 after discounts with your JCPenney credit card. That's getting your pennies worth. JCPenney. GE Profile and GE Cafe limited to 10% off savings. Subject to credit approval. Must request at time of purchase. Available in select stores. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See store associate or jcp.com for details. Financing terms valid 11/2 to 11/30.
Text the ticket anytime, 24/7 at 97136. The Gallianas Van Dyke Dodge Ticket Text. Don't overpay. Get into Gallianas Van Dyke Dodge today.
CBS Sunday on a new elementary. A devious killer threatens Holmes and Watson.
A predator of predators, if you will.
New elementary, CBS Sunday.
We give you the bottom line, not the company line. Game Day Uncensored. Sunday on 97.1 The Ticket.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show, 9:17. If you're just joining us, it's called the Hardcore Mortgage Real Estate Show. We answer your questions about mortgages and real estate. There's tons of stuff you folks need to know, that's for sure. 248-539-9797 or call us at Capital Mortgage, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Hey, a lot of you folks still like to text in and stuff. We don't really read these ticket texts during our show. We just have an hour show, but we do urge you to call Capital Mortgage all day long or call us on the show. Some of the questions that come in are really great stuff. One of them I'm just going to real quickly read. It was something about minimal down payment. And I think a lot of first-time home buyers, as we're finding out, and even second and third-time home buyers, truly don't understand all their options out there. And, of course, there's several options, including zero down. Always like to start off with zero down for all our military folks out there. The Veterans Administration, if you have your VA eligibility, you can purchase a house with zero money down. Now, there are closing costs and prepaids. We can have sellers' concessions cover those things. So, again, just that whole concept, how much down is required. Zero down on VA loans, USDA loans, the rural development loans, zero down also. And then conventional mortgages at 3% and FHAs at 3.5% down. So we're talking about a lot of buyers. In fact, I've done so many purchases over the last couple of months where they are taking advantage of 3% down conventional mortgages. I'll tell you, that's been a big hurdle for a lot of families, thinking that they have to save $20,000. That's a lot of money to save. You typically can get into a house somewhere between 3.5% and 5% out of your pocket.
Yeah, no, I think it's a great point, Harvey. You know, the days of having to have 20, 30% down, they're gone, and the market's come back very strong. And you can get in, with 3 to 5% down. But again, somebody texted and asked, guys, what's the best way to get into a house minimal down without having good credit? I mean, it's difficult because you generally have to have between right around that 620 mark to get in with minimal down. And I encourage people, here, if you're not ready to buy a house right now, I have clients that I've worked with for a year,
right?
Just to get them on track.
But Alex, why would you want to put yourself in that position?
Exactly.
Okay? If your credit is a little bit below standard, I'll say substandard, why would you want to create a little bit more debt for you to go ahead and have difficulty paying? Let's take care of the credit first. Make sure that you can afford the house. Let's set you up for success. Make sure everything's going to be fine after you move into the house, because there's more to owning the house and making that monthly payment.
Right. I mean, if you can't make a $50 target payment on time, I mean, why do you want to put yourself in a position to fail?
Right.
I'm going through CNN right now, and there's 4 tips for new homeowners. And as much as I was going to make fun of it, actually number 3 or 4 is actually a very good point. Expect your property taxes to go up. And that's a very, very good point, because the way that the counties calculate your property taxes is, it's half of the acquisition cost of the house. You buy a house for $100,000, your taxable value is $50,000. Go ahead.
So home ownership, it's not only the monthly payment, all right, it's all the upkeep, it's all the utility bills, it's things that are going to come up in the house. You might need a new roof one day. You've got to account for all of these things. So when you take all that in consideration, we don't believe in being house poor. All right, we can get you into a house, but if you don't have any savings to back it up, if something goes wrong, you really have to be in a position to buy a house. So we'll take a look at that. We'll assess your financial situation, set you up for success. We're not transaction oriented. Okay, we're big picture oriented. So the difference is some companies, some realtors, they only care about that one transaction, what they've got going on. Don't be transaction and fixated on the one transaction. Look at the overall health of your client base. Look at the overall health of your financial picture, and then we can set you up for success.
Well, I like Alex that you threw out there, and that's good stuff, Harry. 4 money tips on the new buyers, and one of the things I was just mentioning.
Are you looking at the same page now?
Yeah, I had it written into the show. Thank you.
Oh, you're so good, buddy.
I just
I'm
wrote
so
a
proud
little
of you.
bit.
And what else you got
did a
going at
little
2:30 in the morning?
Exactly. Homeowners, the cost.
I've been
You
in bed
mentioned
for
it,
4
Harry.
hours.
About 1 to 4% you need to put away for the value of the house. So in other words, $100,000 house, somewhere between $1,000 and $4,000 you need in maintenance or deferred maintenance down the road. And again, if your furnace cracks out on you, it's typically a couple $1,000s
And
right
it will
there.
happen.
It eventually will. You got a hot water heater. If you're not savvy, you don't know how to do those things on your own, you're looking $750 to $1,000 to get something like that installed. So it does take some additional savings. A lot of times we'll see a family come to us and only one of the borrow we're using. We're only using maybe the wife or maybe just the husband. Sometimes there is some additional income, but they can't be on the loan for whatever reason. Maybe it's something like
then
that.
they're financially strong. They're financially stable. They could use that money as a rainy day fund. And if something happens, which it's going to happen, trust me, when you own a house, things always happen. The basement's going to flood because in the middle of the summer when you get that rain, it's going to happen. In the middle of the winter, what's going to happen to your roof. You could get ice damming and something happens there. There's a lot of things going on.
Well, sometimes the buyers come and they have enough for the down payment, they have enough for the closing costs, but that's all they have. And that's the time when we say, hey, let's have the seller pay the closing costs. So you do have a little bit of money still when you buy it for those type of items that do come up.
Right.
Great point, Dan.
Great point. That seller's concessions are a fabulous tool. And again, that's a tool that's used really now, Dan, because there's less competition out there. In the summertime as a seller, if there's 3 or 4 offers, and none of them have seller's concessions, your offer's not going to get accepted if you're coming in and asking the seller to pay. So it's very important that you understand what's going on with the temperature in regards to where you're at in buying the home. 248-539-9797. We'd love to hear from you. We have open lines all morning long. And again, we're always talking about mortgages and real estate. A couple things I wanted to throw out there also, Alex, on that first-time home buyer, creating a new budget. Definitely, as you mentioned, Alex, your lifestyle changes immediately when you become a homeowner. So you got to really sit down with some professional people, whether it be your stockbroker or financial planner, all these people.
Yeah, usually when I have a new transaction, a first home buyer, I like to kind of work backwards. Where and how much house can I afford? Well, I don't know how much house can you afford. I mean, do you travel? Do you go out to eat 4 or 5 nights a week? I mean, it just depends. So
what's your lifestyle?
Yeah, I mean, so I want my payment to be $1,000, and you say, what city are you looking at? Because there's a huge variable in taxes in the Tri-County area. I mean, you buy a house in Birmingham, and taxes are going to be, a lot more than if you buy a house, I don't know.
In our favorite city, Berkeley.
Yeah, in Berkeley, yes. I mean, so it all depends. But I like to make sure, like I've said, for years, I like to make sure that, when I do a transaction for somebody, that if when I see them out at, at a Tigers game or, out in Royal Oak or wherever, you high five them, you give them a hug or whatever. You don't have to hug me, but it's like, you high five, creepy. You say what's up. It's not creepy. I hug all my clients. Well, not all of them, but I'm just saying, point being,
that personal relationship.
We're regular dudes, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
and how an ideal transaction should work is a buyer should go to Alex or whoever, the lender, and Capital Mortgage Funding, get pre-approved, then come to me. I sit there and don't say a word for the first half an hour. I let them talk to me, tell me what they want, what their goal is, what they do, and then I talk to them and tell them how the whole process goes and what could come up, what shouldn't come up, and then from there we start it and we make it a nice, fun transaction. This should be a fun time in their life, right?
I like the fun stuff. Dan, how long have you been selling real estate?
24 years.
I mean, you're an expert in your field, and that's what we see. When you're dealing with the experts, it's truly a great experience. And I think the knowledge, it has to go hand in hand. You need more knowledge when you're going to sit down and really consider
Do you guys
home
want
ownership.
to get into our favorite subject at all?
You want to talk appraisals?
Appraisers and property values. Want to talk about that or no?
Right, maybe after this. How about uncapped taxes, Dan? One of the things.
I'm sure people listening want to hear about uncapped taxes. That's such good radio.
Just read some
uncapped
guidelines.
Taxes. How do you even spell that? What does that mean?
One of the things that's come up is a lot of families have bought over the last 4 or 5 years. Dan, of course, you know the Woodward Corridor. Sure. They're buying up Ferndale and Royal Oak and Berkeley. But what's happening is that house that you bought for $200,000 last year, that family previously to you, they lived there for 10 years. Those taxes are low. They're $2,500. They're $3,000. Dan, we're seeing a significant bump now that once someone buys a house for $300 plus in these cities, we're seeing the property taxes go up.
Yeah, it uncaps it and it makes it equal with everything else they do. They basically take a snapshot of what's been selling in the area, and that's what they don't break it right in half, like Alex said.
How are you going to arbitrarily just set a value?
Well, they take
do.
a snapshot of the area. They don't take that
What's
particular home. If you look what your last home
Isn't that
was,
the app for like you take video on your phone?
What's that?
Oh, Snapchat. Sorry. That's
Snapchat.
Snapchat. Got it.
No.
Sorry.
So anyways, your taxes are going to go up. Now, once you're in there, they are capped at a certain rate. They can only go up so much. But when it sells, that is uncapped.
Right.
It's it's something you have to deal with, and it's something that a realtor has a program right in their real estate, the Real Comp, that they can say what the taxes are going to be and tell you right off the bat, so you know where you stand.
You have that software program.
Sure.
Fair enough. So we can tell you what your future taxes are going to be. Now,
tax-based.
okay.
Real Comp.
Well, a lot of the families that did run into that situation, again, if you're getting notices that there's a shortage in your escrow account and things of that nature, and I had one client recently who had that, you can refinance your house also.
Did they call and blame you for it?
No. We just wanted to fix the problem. We got the problem all fixed up. But the key is with the situation is if you're out there and you're getting a letter saying you have a shortage in your escrow account, your house payment has to be bumped up a couple $100, you're a little scared of that, consider a refinance. There's a really good possibility, again, if you bought the house 2 or 3 years ago, that now you can maybe even get a lower interest rate, but you can roll in your shortage in the escrow account and set yourself up for success. Also, perhaps lower that term down if you had a 30 or maybe knock it down to a 20. Lots and lots of opportunities
but
out
Howard,
there.
by the same token, if you don't think your property is worth that much and the assessment is too high, can't you get an appraisal and fight it come February?
Well, your favorite subject, appraisals.
How about that?
So tell me, would you have one recently?
How about that? I'm just saying, if you think property values are going up too high, but you're in a house that you don't think the property value is too high, and then you get reassessed and your taxes went up, can't you fight that?
There you get to tax tribunal.
Yeah, the answer to that question is yes. You got to take it to the tax tribunal, but you have to have your facts and figures straight. And the only way to do that, it's not, Dan, no slight here, but you just can't go to your real estate agent and say, give me a market analysis. No. Now, do a market analysis, then get a full-fledged certified appraiser to go ahead and do it, and then you take it and then you fight it.
Correct.
It can happen that way. Is it successful all the time? No. Can it be successful with the right facts and figures and the right team? Yes. So I don't believe that all property values are going up. I just don't. And there are a lot of people out there, why I get so jacked up about it, is because there are a lot of people out there sitting there listening to this radio show that are under the misconception that their values are going up.
Right. Well, the stats say it. The stats actually come out of the Midwest. Sales are up 1% from last year.
I don't live in the Midwest.
Let's just talk about the Midwest.
I live in metropolitan Detroit.
5.6%.
I don't care what happens in Chicago. I only care what happens here.
Oh, we're going to get to that Cubby talk right after this break. 248-539-9797. We come back. All of your calls.
Around the corner, around the country, at work or play, we're on your way. The convenience stores of Speedway.
What's so great about the Speedy Rewards card?
I love all the free stuff I get with this card.
I get coffee every morning, and I love that my 7th is always free.
It's the best. What's not to love about it?
The greatest thing about the Speedy Rewards card is all the free gas that I get with my points.
I love my Speedy Rewards card because I can use my points to get free gift cards. I just redeemed my points for a $10 gift card.
I wish everything was like the Speedy Rewards card. Only Speedway has the Speedy Rewards card, where you'll earn points for free food and merchandise. Or you can turn your points into presents and redeem them for gift cards this holiday season. And right now, you'll get 500 bonus Speedy Rewards points with every $25 in gift cards you buy. And don't forget, you can redeem your points instantly when you use the Speedway mobile app. Download it today.
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway.
Now get an always fresh cup of coffee for just $1.09. Plus, be sure to grab one of our delicious hot breakfast or lunch sandwiches.
He wants the most important job in the world. But just imagine if he gets it. Donald Trump insults immigrants.
They're bringing crime, they're rapists.
And mocks the disabled.
I don't remember!
He disrespects our troops.
Our military is a disaster.
Says he'll ignore our generals.
I know more about ISIS than the generals do, believe me.
And he's the last person you want with access to the nuclear codes.
I would bomb the out of him.
And his views on women?
I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers.
She ate like a pig. When I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof. So you treat women with respect? I can't say that either.
This is who Donald Trump is, but it's not who we are. On Tuesday, November 8th, vote Hillary.
I'm Hillary Clinton, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Hillary for America.
If you're a man or woman with thinning hair or hair loss, ShearPoint has a message for you. Don't worry about your hair loss anymore. ShearPoint knows that losing your hair is not the problem. Doing nothing about it is, which is why they make it easy for you. Simply call their toll-free number. The call is free, and so is your hair and scalp analysis by one of their professional and knowledgeable technicians. Call ShearPoint at 248-655-7838 to find out more and schedule your free hair and scalp analysis. This analysis shows why your hair is thinning and what options will restore your hair. With the latest technology in hair transplants, laser hair therapy, and hair restoration, they can help you find your solutions. This $395 value is free when you mention this ad. So call now. At ShearPoint, your hair loss problem is solved. Call 248-655-7838. That's 248-655-7838 or ShearPoint.com. At ShearPoint, they restore more than just your hair. Call right now for your free hair and scalp analysis.
Autumn leaves are falling, and despite what you heard, fall and winter is a great time to sell your home. While most agents are going into an industry-wide seasonal slowdown, our team is ramping up. This is Mark Z at Keller Williams. I don't just guarantee to sell your home in the spring and summer, I guarantee to sell your home in the fall and winter as well. Or I'll buy it, and it's no joke. We agree to a price and a deadline, and if that deadline passes and your home isn't sold, I'll step in and buy it myself.
Get the speed guarantee. Call Mark Z. 888-971-9790.
Hey, Metro Detroit, Small Business Saturdays, November 26th. Will your business be part of this year's celebration? Let's listen to what Zach Pashik of Detroit Bike has to say.
American Express and their commitment to Small Business Saturday helps drive people out of their regular shopping patterns to check out some businesses that they might not otherwise have visited, and maybe exposes them to new things that they're going to enjoy discovering.
Learn how to prepare your business and create custom marketing materials for Small Business Saturday at the Shop Small studio from American Express. Visit shopsmall.com to get started.
Enjoy McDonald's new McPick 2 for $2.50 menu. Pick any 2 items off the McPick menu for only $2.50, like a McDouble or small fry. What a deal! For a limited time, price and participation may vary.
This is Aaron Babbitts, 93 grad and athletic director at Detroit Catholic Central High School. If you're looking for the best combination of spirituality, academics, and athletics in the state for your son, then come to the CC Open House on Sunday, November 6th from noon to 4 p.m.
We are CC.
Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Healthful Lions Plan. Wings dropped their third straight home fall on the Winnipeg 5-3, blowing a 3-2 lead with about 7 minutes left. Luke Glendening, Henrik Zetterberg, Justin Ablicate are the Wings goal scorers. Wings host Edmonton tomorrow night. It was Peter Mrazek in goal for the Wings. Exhibition basketball, Michigan over Armstrong State 77-49. Pistons hosted Nuggets tonight at the Palace. Today, right here on 97.1 The Ticket, number 2 Michigan hosting Maryland. A 3:30 kickoff. Wolverines 8-0. Michigan State, they're at Illinois. And Central Michigan, a winner over Miami-Ville, Ohio, make that a loser against Miami-Ville, Ohio, 37-17. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1theticket.com.
Your master's degree in Detroit sports. 97.1 The Ticket.
Welcome back to the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. Call us all day long, all week long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. You want to come to us first. We'll get you that approval letter, set you up with a qualified real estate agent, and you will buy an unbelievable house. Have a great experience. Call Capital, 1-800-LOW-RATE.
Purchase is clear to close in 25 days.
I mean, it's been consistent, too. It's been so consistent that we are getting the transactions done literally less than 30 days. Families are saving money, lowest closing costs, best interest rates, professional service. Learn the real scoop, because many of you don't really. I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, actually. I actually was trying to get a transaction. It was referred to me. They said they had 2 approval letters. The clients were not approved at all. They had a 78 back-end ratio. Oh, we got them closed, and they closed within 30 days. After we did some changing to what their financials were.
Well, you got to restructure debt. There are a lot of things that you have to do. People have to pay things down. You have to get a lower payment. But basically, you should come to us when you have a situation we'll get your situation under control. We'll go ahead and we'll instruct you to pay off the toxic debt, or at least get those payments down to where you can qualify and be successful in making that mortgage payment, Harvey.
Many of the top real estate agents refer Capital Mortgage. They know the transaction's going to close, and the communication is always wonderful. And that is the key, is getting really open lines of communication, making sure that it's a great experience for all parties, including, Dan, so often we say it, a seller's got to have a great experience too. And many of the sellers they love the experience so much they call us to get their mortgage with us.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I've been around this business for a long time. When you see the pre-approval with your letterhead on it, you don't really have to make a phone call. You know it's golden. And most of the my colleagues who do a lot of business know that. When you see it from some other companies, big name banks to begin with, you have to call and confirm if they saw the paperwork. Is this just based on what their phone call? Or, is it a legit pre-approval? And so often it's not.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I actually was so shocked on this one recently.
Yeah, and I said, have you seen their tax returns? You say, oh, no, they told me this, they told me that. And how often do people tell little lies about how much they make?
Constantly.
Yeah, exactly. I've learned that in life, and how much they bought a house for, too, people seem to lie about.
Well, again, you got to have the correct numbers. There's adjusted gross income versus what your gross receipts are. That's for sure.
I don't know if you remember this story or not. Remember about maybe 8 years ago, we had that one client, he bought one of the lofts in Royal Oak.
Oh, yeah.
And I sat down with him, I talked to him, and I'm like, hey, how much money do you make? And he's like, $250. And I'm like, okay, so I'm sitting, going through everything, and I'm looking at the guy's tax returns, and I'm like, show me how you get me to $250. Show me, tell me where you're getting these numbers. We couldn't for the life of us get to where he said how much money he was making. I'm like, dude, you need to, when that happens, if people say, how much money do you make? And they say X. It's okay, you're approved.
Yeah. It's interesting. They don't realize that they have to document that they make that and show it, and it's going to come out, actually, what they make. So you might as well be forthright right up the front, the beginning of the transaction and tell us what you make, along with everything else that we should know.
It's the difference between a real approval letter and some piece of paper that says pre-qualified or pre-approved, and they never even checked out any of the information.
And that can help you, too, when you're presenting it in front of a seller and saying, listen, we're pre-approved through this company, and we know they're pre-approved. They saw the paperwork. It's actually, what do you call it, Alex?
I actually do what's a mortgage commitment. So
it's a bona fide mortgage commitment.
When my commitments go out for someone to buy a house, I've already ran underwriting through the
we do that. We do that on all of them, yeah.
Which holds a whole lot more weight than
I'm too busy for,
who doesn't do that?
A lot of people, Harry.
It's rhetorical. Really, if you're not doing it, you shouldn't issue a letter, but too many people do, and we still see them. Some things never change, and we are our own worst enemies. As an industry insider, we're our own worst enemies, because I see things that come across my desk from other lenders that you wouldn't believe.
Right.
I don't know how people can get approved with doing that, but it sometimes, like Alex says, it'll take 6 months to a year to get somebody in a position to do it. We run credit, we improve credit, we instruct people on how they can fix their credit, and we take them through the process, and we actually do that. And then Alex has his magic credit update software that he does, and he's very good at it. So, listen, when we put something on paper, we have to stand by it, and we live by it.
Some buyers don't realize that's hurting the seller. The last one we got burned on was we found out they were pre-approved. Everything was great, ready to go. 3 weeks later, after it's off the market for 3 weeks, not looking at any other offers, passed the inspection, they're not approved. So it just so happens this buyer, it was her uncle who had owned the mortgage company, right? He'll write a pre-approval or denied all day long when she eventually bought something else. It's that kind of stuff that really hurts you.
And that's a scam, too. The housing supply crunch, Dan, we always want to touch on that. Again, we have open lines here. If you want to buy a house, you've got questions about your existing mortgage, be sure to call us 248-539-9797. Always live here on 97.1 The Ticket. Dan, the housing supply crunch, it definitely accelerated our home prices here in Metro Detroit. There was a shortage, obviously, throughout the year because there's so many buyers out there. What's going on right now, supply, demand, as we're at that stage, sort of late fall, getting into the winter months here?
Well, if you look at the months of inventory the past year, and I know you have this in front of you, Harry, is that January was our highest when we had above 6 months this past January.
Oh, of inventory, yeah.
Inventory. That's people are looking, they're putting on the market, hoping there'll be some early buyers out there. And as the buyers come into the market in the springtime, it goes down, jumps up again right after school. But slowly, it went way down all the way to under 3 months. And we're currently right at 3 months right now. That's considered so low. You like to see around 5 to 6 months of inventory, which is a nice happy medium between sellers and buyers.
Well, maybe this is a great opportunity for some of the sellers out there to really start staging your house or doing those the repairs that the professional real estate agents come to your home. A lot of times they point out that the house does need a fresh coat of paint in several rooms, maybe some fresh other things going on too, like floors, countertops on occasion. Again, there's not a lot of families that want to spend $10,000 on a new deck or really put that type of money into a house. But Dan, you watch these shows on TV and you see a lot of times a decent amount of money spent on the house, you're going to get the return back.
You guys
not always.
You guys know those shows aren't real.
Yeah,
but there are some truths to those.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the objection I get all the time. Hey,
not real at all, Alex. Some of them are.
Some are. They're real cameras and they're real people.
Is the Bachelorette real?
No, absolutely not.
There is some truth there.
So here's the objection we get. Here's what you should do when you list your home: a fresh coat of paint, newer carpet. Then they say, well, aren't they going to paint it their own color anyway? Aren't they going to come in with a new carpet anyways? You want that home to look as best as it possibly can. In some cases, it's better than when they have actually lived there. Now what we're finding is the staging really does sell properties. And it's not so much for to see, what does furniture look like in there? It's for sizing purposes. That people can come in and say, this is bigger than my couch, but so it will fit there. This is smaller than my couch. And to get a feel where everything goes. Some people don't have that ability to imagine what something can be.
It's always been a great idea to stage your house in this type of fashion, but more and more now because you don't want to lose those buyers in the winter months.
Without a doubt. Every buyer is very, very important. They're out there not kicking tires. They need to buy something.
Alrighty, that music says we've got a quick break here. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
It's a great time to call Detroit home. I'm Dylan Larkin, Red Wing and Detroit native. You know another great Detroit native? Chevrolet. And in honor of our hometown, Chevrolet is offering tickets to see the team take the ice at an upcoming home game. Chevrolet, the official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings.
When it comes to working for myself, the satisfaction of being my own boss is its own reward. But sometimes it's even nicer when I get a reward I can actually put in my wallet.
Now at Fifth Third Bank, you can get instant appreciation for running your own business. Just open a business checking account with qualifying activities and you'll get $400.
Being my own boss is a journey, and each day brings challenges, rewards, and ultimately personal fulfillment. And I admit, I like that personal fulfillment even better when it comes in the form of cash.
It's time all your hard work got noticed. Just stop into your nearest Fifth Third Banking Center to open your business checking account today. They say do what you love and the money will follow. Turns out that advice is true, and in this case, to the tune of $400. From the bank that's working hard to find ways to help your business succeed. Fifth Third Bank. Visit 53.com/400 for details on qualifying activity requirements, which must be met within 60 days of account opening. New business checking account must be opened with a $50 minimum deposit between 10/3 and 11/18/16. Member FDIC.
He wants the most important job in the world. But just imagine if he gets it. Donald Trump insults immigrants.
They're bringing crime, they're rapists.
And mocks the disabled.
I don't remember.
He disrespects our troops.
Our military is a disaster.
Says he'll ignore our generals.
I know more about ISIS than the generals do, believe me.
And he's the last person you want with access to the nuclear codes.
I would bomb the out of him.
And his views on women?
I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers.
She ate like a pig.
When I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof.
So you treat women with respect?
I can't say that either.
This is who Donald Trump is, but it's not who we are. On Tuesday, November 8th, vote Hillary.
I'm Hillary Clinton, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Hillary for America.
This is Mark Z at Keller Williams. I don't just guarantee to sell your home in the spring and summer. I guarantee to sell your home in the fall and winter as well. We agree to a price and a deadline, and if that deadline passes and your home isn't sold, I'll step in and buy it myself. And at any time, if you're not happy, you can fire me, but you won't. Call me today or go to soldbymarkz.com and start packing.
Get the speed guarantee. Call Mark Z. 888-971-9790.
Hi, my name is Bailey, and I'm a proud graduate of Western Michigan University Cooley Law School. I hope you're able to attend an open house this month at our beautiful and spacious Auburn Hills campus. You will get to speak with faculty, staff, students, and alumni about how you can achieve greatness with a degree from WMU Cooley Law School. So take the leap.
Visit the WMU Cooley Law School Auburn Hills campus open house Thursday, November 10th, 9:15 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.
Register today at wmich.edu/law. That's wmich.edu/law.
We're looking for the most interesting college football fans. Tonight from 7 to 9, join the Ticket Chicks and the Street Team at Whiskey's on the Water on Middle Avenue in Wyandotte. Plus, go to xxgophergamedayGreatness.com for a chance to win a VIP experience at college football's biggest game of the season in Tampa.
Donate to 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check program, and you can help ensure that every student athlete's heart is healthy enough for sports. CBSDetroit.com/student heart check.
The Red Wings host Edmonton tomorrow. And 97.1 The Ticket will be there to get you fired up. Look for the Ticket Chicks and the Street Team by the Gordie Howe statue starting at 3:30. The Street Team will be there with your chance to win Michigan Lottery's Bingo Plus $5 instant game. $300,000 in top prizes. Instant games. Put some play in your day. And you can register to win tickets to see the Wings, courtesy of Chevrolet, the official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings. Be part of the farewell season at the Joe. For Wings tickets, go to DetroitRedWings.com.
Your homes for the NFL on Westwood One, CBS Sports Radio 1270 and 97.1 The Ticket.
Always interesting talk behind the scenes. You're listening to the Hardcore Mortgage Show, brought to you by Capital Mortgage Funding. 9:46 if you're just joining us. We've got a really good segment still to come. Want to hear from you. 248-539-9797. I'm Harvey Freed, Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi with Capital. We bring in Dan Dubinsky from Skyward Realty, downtown Royal Oak. So call with your real estate questions, too. Let's move off to Daniel on a cell phone. Good morning, Daniel. Thanks for calling in. Go ahead, sir.
Hi. My girlfriend and I just got pre-approved for a mortgage. It was a RD. It had to be up in between 26 mile and up.
Awesome.
But I know that's a good idea to kind of like shop around as far as like APRs, and I'm just wondering if I guess how to do that the right way.
Yeah, Daniel, you're really, here's the thing. There's so many guidelines, regulations right now. You're really just picking someone that's going to get back to it on a timely fashion and close your loan in a timely manner. I mean, you're going to get the same rate within maybe an 1/8 to a quarter point, and the same closing costs within $400 to $500 no matter who you call. What you want is you want to make sure you have someone that's experienced that can get your loan done, and get you guys in that house. Those rural development loans, I mean, there's a lot that goes into those. I mean, RD underwrites them. I mean,
right.
you have to put a good file together to get that thing closed in a timely manner. What's the purchase price on the house?
125.
125. I mean, so you're gonna go with zero down, and are there any seller's concessions? So the seller's putting any costs for you or anything, or no?
We actually haven't gotten that far. We're just at the pre-approval stage, and that's kind of what we got approved for. So we're still kind of shopping around.
Yeah. So Daniel, I mean, what I'd like to do is put you in touch, with I don't know if you're a realtor or not. You have a realtor yet or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
Let me put you in touch with a realtor. He'll take care of you, and let's structure the transaction where you guys can actually go to the closing, sign documents, and not have to put a dime down.
Yeah.
But you have to use a good, we have to have people that know what they're doing to structure the deal that way for you.
Okay.
So, yeah, let me call after the show, dude, and we'll get you taken care of, man. No worries at all. It's a great call.
I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Daniel. Awesome call. I love it. Rural development loans right in northern Macomb County. There's a lot of availability. Some areas of Oakland County towards Holly and those areas. All of Washtenaw almost. I think it's all of Washtenaw. Livingston's all in there. Just about every other part of the state in these rural development areas, you can buy zero down. Again, Alex, you mentioned seller's concessions. Great opportunities. Let's move off to Chris. You got a question about construction loan. Go ahead, Chris. What's your question?
Well, the wife's coming into a little bit of money, and we've got some vacant land already, and we're wondering about doing a non-traditional home and where we start looking for financing to build it.
What do you mean? What's a non-traditional home?
A dome.
Oh, those are tough, man. I mean, anything that's far outside the box, I mean, those are very, very difficult to finance.
Alex, I know you did that storage, those big storage vaults. It was a non-traditional style house.
Yeah, that was the first and last one I'll ever do.
Okay.
So, Chris, I mean, I wish I honestly, dude, I mean, here, when I don't know the answer to something, I'm honest with you. I don't know the answer to that question, but let me make some phone calls for you. We've got your number. I'll try to at least steer you in the right direction. But I mean, anytime like those dome homes, those are tough to finance. Log cabins are tough to finance. I mean, there's anything like you said, like non-traditional. I mean, it gets kind of funky.
Yeah, usually a lot better loan to values. More money down is typically required too, Chris. We will fill in the blanks for you and follow up with you. It's a great call, and congratulations on your...
Chris, I will find out and get back to you, man.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Cool stuff. All right, we got some cool listeners out there, that's for sure. 248-539-9797. Let's move off to Jason. Jason, you got a question about flipping a house. Let's hear about it.
Yeah. So in the neighborhood where I live, there's a house that's been abandoned for like the last 2 or 3 years. You can tell that it's in foreclosure. They want $34,900 for it. And my wife and I have $25,000 saved. We have $10,000 in credit cards that we can use for remodeling. And my question is how much should I put down for the house? And secondly, I had a friend who says that I should go through one of those seminars where, for flipping houses where you don't have to put any money down, and I am immediately leery of those.
Yeah. Your friend? What kind of friend is that?
Well, the only one that looks out for his best interest.
Alex, are you going to jump in on this?
I mean, Jason, you need 20% down on a rental property. So, but I mean, it's
a low loan. Well, first of all, you need 20% down to buy this investment property. It's a low loan amount.
What was the loan amount? I missed it.
He's talking about $34,000 purchase price or $35,000 purchase price.
Jason, how much money are you going to make on this property? I mean,
what's the neighborhood selling for? Yeah.
Well, 2 years ago, we bought our house at $79,500, and this year, a lot of the houses are selling between $70,000 and $80,000. The only difference is this house is a 1-story, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Ours is 4-bedroom, 2-bath, which a majority of the houses are. But my guess is going to be anywhere between maybe $55,000 and $70,000. That would be my guess.
I mean, so it's $39,000. I mean, I don't know.
Look at it.
Probably rent for about $600 a month. Yeah.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, I mean, Jason, let's learn some numbers after the show. I mean, you need 20% down on a rental property. I just want to make sure you have, the cash to fix the house. I don't want you to be stuck with it. I want to make sure you can afford it. I just don't want you to be in a situation where, in 6 months you're like, guys, the house is it's a wreck. The foundation's messed up.
And
the
he's
roof's bad.
Yeah, maxed out on his credit cards.
Right.
Uses
Well,
credit
Jason,
cards.
see, we're pretty experienced in rental properties, and Alex is a good guy to talk to because he has them. And I think that listening to what he has to say, and just evaluate it. And you and Alex will go over it, and we'll certainly advise and counsel you on that.
All right, sounds great.
Awesome.
Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Jason.
All right, let me throw this out there. Again, you want to learn everything about mortgages and purchasing your first home? Call Capital, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. Learn the process from A to Z and how it all fits in with your home purchase. Again, you have to be approved for the type of mortgage that fits your situation. That's the key. And then you can move forward, sit down with a qualified real estate agent, and make offers. What do you got? I know you're smiling.
I'm laughing.
You're grinning.
I'm reading some of the ticket text. Just in
Would
full
you
disclosure.
stop with those?
Just wait. In full disclosure, our firm doesn't get to choose the commercials that are played. So stop yelling at me for playing political commercials. I don't choose them.
I didn't even know
it's not me.
Politics.
Hey, let's move off to John out there. Hey, John, calling in from Canton. You got a question? Go ahead, sir. Hey, John, can you hear us? Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Hi, John.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, question is, 15-year mortgage, how much time can I cut off of the payment or the payoff if I make 2 monthly payments? Take whatever it is, split it in half, make bi-weekly payments, I think is what it
So, first of all, don't do the thing you got in the mail that says they're going to set it up for you. Just do it yourself. You basically, when you make bi-weekly payments, mathematically, it turns out you're making 13 payments a year versus 12. So you're making one extra payment a year, which on a 30-year fix saves you between 5 and 7 years.
And then on a 15-year, it might...
Yeah.
Saves
I would tell you, instead of making
right around 3.
Yeah, instead of making 26 half payments, make 12 full payments, and then make an additional one at the end of the year for your 13th.
Yeah, you can spell it out just right on there that this is an additional payment towards principal.
Right.
And that'll help you pay off the loan that much sooner. We're going to definitely, John, as you know, we're sitting here doing this radio thing. We will run an amortization chart for you, and we can show you that if you send an extra $2,400 or whatever the number is,
how much it'll cut off at the end of the term.
How many months it'll cut off. That's awesome stuff.
Okay.
Okay, my man.
Right.
Well,
Awesome.
congratulations.
Thanks,
there you go. All right, John, hopefully we could refinance them too and save them some money that way. Hey, let's move off to a quick call here. We've got a couple to get to. Let's try Carl out there in Marine City. Good morning, Carl. Go ahead with your question.
I'm in the process of refinancing, but the mortgage company I have right now says I have a balloon payment on the end. Will that hurt refinancing?
No,
when's your balloon payment due?
Huh?
When is it due?
At the end of the mortgage?
No, I know. The end of the mortgage being at the end of this month?
No, it's another 10 years.
Okay, no, so that's not going to hurt. You just want to refinance, you want to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah, now's a good time, Carl. We would definitely follow up with you after the show. What's your interest rate now on your loan?
I believe 3. 3%.
Well, do yourself a favor. Pull the paperwork out on the note, and we'll follow up with you just in a little bit after the show today. Pull out your mortgage documents when you closed, and then we could run some new numbers from you and make you some offers that might make sense. You might have a really great teaser rate, but maybe just locking in for just a little bit higher, but having that confidence that you've secured your house payment moving into the retirement years might make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because next year I'll be 65.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want you on a variable rate or a balloon rate mortgage. We want you on a standard, straight up 30-year or 15-year fixed rate.
Alrighty.
You got it. Nice
awesome.
call.
Thanks, Carl. Cool. That was easy.
Easy enough. That music says that's another version of the show.
Not a terrible way to spend a Saturday morning.
Fastest hour in show business.
I'd rather be in bed with my girlfriend.
We definitely want to.
I still love you guys.
Thank.
Hey, this is a family show.
Family show.
Hey, family. How
You
about
get to put on a family show?
my girlfriend had a birthday yesterday.
She
How
did.
about that? All right, happy birthday, Nancy. She gets a little shout out.
There you go.
And Dan Dubinsky, thank you for coming in from Skyward Realty,
thanks for
downtown
having me.
Royal Oak. What a cool office. Get down to Royal Oak, pop into Dan's office, take a look at all the things that Royal Oak has to offer. Pretty cool stuff. Again, Capital Mortgage is open all weekend long at 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. For Harry Glanz, Alex Nafusi, I'm Harvey Freed. We will see you next Saturday.
97.1 The Ticket.
Hi, Harry Glanz for Capital Mortgage Funding. Rates are at historic lows, and they're not going down to zero. So what are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE and let our award-winning staff help you save money. If you're looking to purchase a new home, refinance your existing home, and you want to save money, call 1-800-LOW-RATE and take advantage of these historic low rates. That's Capital Mortgage Funding, 1-800-LOW-RATE, the best mortgage banker. What are you waiting for? Call 1-800-LOW-RATE. Capital Mortgage Funding is powered by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS ID number 2289, Equal Housing Lender.
He wants the most important job in the world. But just imagine if he gets it. Donald Trump insults immigrants
They're bringing crime, they're rapists.
and mocks the disabled.
I don't remember.